Hey, hi, hello. Welcome to Diana Emerson today. Oh, Eddie, he is so needy. Um, I'm just going to, this is similar to painting and meditation, okay? I like noise in my background. If you heard some of my videos, you can hear it, background music, background television. So when I do it, I will go from music to television. Okay? The whole idea is just to relax. Okay? And me showing you what I do to relax. Okay? Well, not only just to relax. Okay, so right now I'm beating this applique. Okay? So, let's bring you up to speed.
To locate three people suspected of living and working illegally in Australia.
So this
Okay.
morning we're trying to locate three
And
Vietnamese
it's tea time.
UNCs. Their visas expired roughly about 8 or 9 months ago from the information that we've got.
Mm.
They came in on
I'm
tourist
listening
visas and
to
overstayed.
Border
Once we've settled with them,
Patrol,
then I'll approach the front door
Danger TV.
and
They
we'll
talk
execute the
about,
warrant.
you
Any
know, the
questions?
smugglers that
Okay,
they
thanks,
stop at
ladies.
the borders. And this one is an Australian. I love this one. Okay, more informative.
Good morning, Ben. Hello.
Hello?
My name is Ashley from the Department of Immigration. I have a search warrant for this premise, and I've got officers here that are going to search through the house for people. Okay? Thank you. Just want to take a seat down in the lounge room.
Officers are just going around the property searching to make sure that there's actually no one that is hiding on the property. So although information says there are three people here, we need to be sure that there's no other people hiding here as well.
So far, three people have been found, but identifying them is proving difficult.
I'm waiting for my tea.
It's just that lady's going into that
It's
bedroom.
cold
She's on the
really
phone.
easy.
Can you
It's so
just go
large
over there,
cup.
please?
Officers are concerned she could be attempting to warn someone else about the operation.
Hang up.
She said that can she call her relative?
She can in a minute. We just need to possibly ID her first, and then she can make the call.
The man located on the property is not assisting officers with their investigation either.
And wouldn't you know it, I can't pick
One
up
man
any
inside the
beads.
house, he's claiming to be an Australian citizen at this point in time. Doesn't have an Australian passport.
So do you have any identification here in the house with you? Under the warrant that we have, we can search the premise for identification. So it's a lot easier if you present your identification to us now.
To stop prohibited goods arriving in Australia.
I know, if you've seen some of my videos on up or on down, doing something else, like getting my tea, so I'm gonna get up in a minute. This is just how my day goes, okay? It's called my day. Okay, yeah, I did say that for a reason, but I'm not gonna say why. Uh-oh.
The package is first opened by Australia Post and taken to a testing room for inspection.
That's full wrapped. That's the bubble wrap.
Okay. Now, I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I'm beading in the same direction that I had beaded this area. And these two will be beaded on the slant. Okay.
Officer Annette will take a
Let me
swab
get my
that will be
coffee.
tested for traces of narcotics.
Oh, now it's tea time. Okay.
Down the sides, that'll give us a presumptive reading if there's anything along there. Put that in and take 7 seconds and it'll give us a reading if there's anything on there that shouldn't be. And it's come up with cocaine. Drugs detected, cocaine.
Officers are questioning this Singaporean man who's arrived in Sydney with barely any luggage.
Have you been in trouble with the police before? Never been in trouble with any sort of police?
They're awaiting results of a narcotics swab taken from his wallet. It's negative, but his lack of personal belongings still intrigues officers.
You don't have any clothes, sir. That's it.
After testing his wallet, officers will now swab his bag and its contents.
I think, yeah, it was positive for heroin.
Okay.
In Perth, Svetlana's arrived home from an Italian holiday, but her souvenir salami is causing quarantine some concern. Passengers are asked to declare all of their food on arrival. Not doing so can be costly.
Because we've got meat in here, and meat's a very high risk item to us. And have you heard of foot and mouth? It's a disease that comes through the cattle and meat, and that's why we don't allow any meat into Australia when it's cooked or done through us, okay, for you. And when you bring meat in, it can cost you up to $220 for a fine. When you bring something in like this to Australia, I'll be back in a minute, all right?
I'm buying duty free in pocket. What's the problem? I'm ready, now we go.
I love when they start to play. Eddie wants to play. Between him and Uncle, they always want to play.
As daylight breaks on a market farm in Adelaide, officers have strong suspicions these two women living in the house have overstayed their visas. The man, who was also located, remains inside, and officers are struggling to identify him.
I've been for about an hour and a half speaking to that gentleman. He wasn't able to produce any photo ID, but other officers suspect he wasn't who he said he was.
All three people will now be taken to the immigration office for a formal interview, and officers will try and uncover how long they have all been here and what they have
I
been
have a trigger finger. And I have to see about if I can get it taken care of. 'Cause it's so bad.
This gentleman presented us
So,
with false
doing
identification,
handiwork
to
like
for
this,
around an
you
hour or
know,
so, but was making lots
when
of
I was
mistakes
younger,
with the information we were asking him about the ID.
I
Subsequently,
had
he gave up.
stamina.
His
I didn't have the
All the
problems.
identity and was satisfied that he is actually the person that he claims to be now.
Have you worked since you've been in Australia?
I had other problems, okay?
Yeah,
Health
he's working for him since
at
he was
this
in
point
Australia. Okay, so the place that we picked you up
is
from today, how long have you been living there for?
problems.
Okay,
But we learn to
and the month
manage.
that you've been there, where have you been working? Do you know the name of the farm?
They'll know.
Yeah, they didn't tell.
He has already tried to mislead officers with lies and false identities, and Officer Nick has concerns he is still withholding important information.
Okay, just to let you know that we need you to be as upfront and honest as what you can with us. Not telling me the truth and not being honest with me is not going to help your situation.
I'm picking up seed beads. This is seed beads.
Drugs detected, cocaine.
A swab test of a glass rolling pin has indicated there are traces of cocaine. And now, Officer Annette is
I
taking
use
a
both.
sample
This
of
is
suspicious
nylon,
black powder.
and this is, I think, fishing line.
Crunching sticks.
The sample is placed into a
No.
narco pouch that tests for
No,
opiates,
it's not. It's
MDMA,
thread.
and amphetamines.
Okay, that's not coming up. It changes colour, as you can see, according to
But
what
it's
would
for
be in it.
beading.
We're not getting any result there, so what I'll do is test it on the street lab just to triple check and make sure, because we've already got the presumptive indication there that there was something around it.
The street lab machine is another option to test the substance.
The Street Labs works by laser principle, and it shines a laser beam through the base where we place our sample, and it has a database in it of particular substances that we often come in contact and are searching for. Okay, we'll see what reading it brings us back with. It's too sus to let go without testing it thoroughly. No substances found.
With that reading, Officer Annette is confident there's nothing of concern within the rolling pin. It will be repackaged and forwarded on to its intended recipient.
I mean, we don't look at it for novelty value, we look at it because we think there might be something in it, or it in itself is a prohibited item, and for that reason we'll investigate it.
This is why I love my crime shows. I can listen to it while I'm doing something else. And it is part of my day.
This passenger says he's never been in contact with drugs, but a test of his personal belongings has come back positive.
Come out of the inside of his bag, and it's positive for heroin and a small part for LSD.
The machine tests for traces, so it doesn't necessarily mean narcotics are present in his baggage. Officers will now check everything just in case.
I'm just going to x-ray this bag through here, okay? To the machine, alright? I'm just looking at this gentleman's bag to make sure that there is no concealments in there. That's just the outside of the bags there, so it looks pretty clean. There's the ratings there. It looks pretty clean.
Officers will now take a closer look at its contents, including the food.
We're going to do swabs to make up where we're getting ready from. What's that? Is that supposed to be fragrant, crispy entry? What's that? Caramel? You eat it. Is it supposed to be biscuits? Like that, biscuits. I don't like biscuits.
Why is the bottom open?
Yeah, I don't know.
In South Australia, immigration has confirmed that this man has been working on a tourist visa that actually expired 14 months ago.
He said that he wants to stay in Australia so he can earn some more money, so he can send the money back home, and in the future he can come back here.
Now, his only chance of staying in Australia could be immigration granting him a non-working bridging visa.
If we were to look at granting you a bridging visa today, we would require a security bond of around about $20,000. Okay, I'm just going to go have a chat with my manager in regards to a bridging visa application.
The impression that I get from the answers that he's provided isn't that he's looking to party.
I agree with you. I'm with you. I think his intentions are to stay here.
We need to allow him the chance to launch the bridging visa here if he wants to do it.
Yeah, and obviously he'll remain until that's decided.
Yeah.
The man is informed that he will be held at a detention centre while his application for a bridging visa is assessed. But due to the breach of his previous visa, his chances are slim.
He said he likes to live in Australia. He has no choice but to do what he does. He understands that it's not good to be breaching the conditions of the visa.
Officers have also confirmed that the two Vietnamese women had been working illegally on the farm.
They were overstays from visitor visas. They were actually listed as missing persons by their family. We've allowed them to contact their family. They'll be put into an immigration detention facility for a few days until we can arrange for a flight home for them.
All of this is something I used to do. I'm trying to clean out a room I have, and make it my creative spot. Then it takes time, and then I gotta try to think
Partner.
and remember how I
She
did
has
certain
to face
things.
quarantine first.
I haven't done it in years.
When we looked through your passport, you've been to Australia 3 times before. Yeah. So you should
Gathering
know
up all my
that
supplies.
you can't bring any food in without declaring a risk source.
It's no good. I'm really lonely, Stephen.
I've spoken to my officer and she's actually said that I have to give a fine for bringing this in. All right?
You take my
Okay.
food?
I will be taking this, yes. Won't be taking that, but will be taking this, and I will be issuing you a $220 fine.
Why?
Because this is a high risk item. So I just need you to stay there and I will get the paperwork for it.
Maybe no. Maybe no money.
Well, I have to do the paperwork and we can sort that out in a minute.
Cry. I'm start crying now.
Well, crispy entry. Fabulous crispy entry.
A packet of food found in this passenger's bag shows signs of tampering, and officers are concerned about what may be inside.
Just swap this for us. It's supposed to be this crispy entry stuff. Looks like it's pretty powdery. I don't know what it is. Chances are what's inside that actual packet isn't crisps as it says on the outside of the packet. From what it's showing us here on the machine, it looks like so. Do you know what this is? You can eat it. You can eat it.
Despite the passenger insisting the contents are edible, officers have no choice but to open the packet.
It's got like some double-sided tape there. It's very sticky, very hard to get open. Now, as you can see, there's already some white powder there, just hanging out.
In Perth, Svetlana is being fined $220 for not declaring a souvenir Italian salami.
Maybe I have no pay money.
No, you will have to, it's actually a queen that I've been asked to issue you by the senior officer, so that's what I have to do.
And now I'm a very bad person in Australia.
No, we've just got on our records that you have done it. Okay.
Today, I don't like Australia.
Reluctantly, Svetlana pays her $220 fine and at last is reunited with her husband. They will have to make alternative plans for dinner tonight without salami.
I think she was just more wanting a quicker way out. She needs to declare everything and then let us, the quarantine officers, make the decision whether you can keep it or not.
This passenger insists he's carrying nothing more than food across the border, but officers have made a startling discovery.
And yeah, some blocks of white powder, not our crisp biscuits that's supposed to be in there.
Initial testing found traces of heroin. Now Officer Mary will conduct a more definitive test.
Some of the acid in here should react to the powder, and the colour we're looking for is this green colour here. So just agitate it a little bit, and straight away we should see a green colour.
And as you can see, it's green straight away. That tells us that there's heroin present there.
There's more food officers are yet to inspect.
Okay. Do you know what's in here? Do you know what's in here? What's in here? What's this? What is it? You eat it? Alright, stop there. That's white powder as well. We're going to go into a room and I'll explain to you everything, okay? Just follow us.
With the discovery of several suspected narcotic
Now I'm going to
concealments,
secure this.
officers will inform the passenger of his rights. The remaining food items will also be tested.
Looks like it's
See,
been opened up.
I did one
This
knot.
granola bar
Okay,
is
so
actually a
this
stick
is
of
the
white
second
powder,
knot.
and it too tests positive for traces
And
of
then
heroin.
I'm going to do
The passenger
one
is
more.
now handed
Eddie,
over to
get
his
out
room
of that
for
vase.
release.
Hmm.
And later, during
Let me
a
check and
further
see
inspection,
what time
it
is
was
it.
revealed the man
Time
was
goes by
actually
so
carrying
fast.
an incredible assortment of innocent-looking products, all stuffed with heroin.
Okay. Let's put this. Okay. So, after I'm done with this, I will do these two sides, and these are going to be on slant. And then I'll work on this, and that'll be a pair. I guess bye for now.